Hello all, my name is Alexis Wogmuth from St. Clair High School Student Council. My workshop today is going to be over our COVID-friendly homecoming and what we were allowed to do and what we did with the situation at hand, which is obviously not ideal. Alright, so things definitely looked a little different this year, and I'm hoping through this that your council can use it for the future. I hope we don't have to do this next fall, but maybe for your court warming or your basketball type deal. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about is how our assembly looked. We obviously couldn't put as many kids in one section as we normally would have, so we had to kind of come up with what we wanted to do. And lucky for us, our football field was actually in the middle of two different sets of bleachers, and we normally have it outside, just all the kids are on one bleachers. So we decided to split it up, and we had freshmen and sophomores in one bleacher and juniors and seniors in another. And then as far as the games went, it was all contact free. And I think we played like musical chairs for one of it. We had a banana relay, and it's all just stuff where we didn't have to touch each other so that it was still okay. And obviously through all this, masks are going to be encouraged. Masks were encouraged actually. And we had disinfectant and just all sorts of stuff, you know. So my dog's just gonna have to be in these because he won't leave me alone right now. I think he just collapsed onto my lap. At the start of Coronation, we all lined up back here, and then we had our color guard on one side and our band on the other, and then as we were walking down the middle, we were not linked arms. We weren't supposed to be. And we had the paragraphs that they read a lot shorter, and then whenever we got down there, they distanced out where we were placed so that we were still the proper footage away, if that makes any sense. And then they read our winners, and we were like, this is awesome, we still got a coronation. Alright, so then as far as the parade goes, we normally have our whole school come down, like our whole high school, and they will be in the parade somehow. Either you're in a club or sports team class, I don't know, you are always in the parade. And then we have every other student from our whole entire district, and they're like sitting outside waiting for candy to be thrown, and they're really in tight quarters and close. So we could not do that this year. We decided that we should not have the whole high school in a parade walking through town, so they made it smaller, and we only had candidate parades. So we had about 16 different cars because the candidates could not ride together, and then they decked out their cars. And something else that kind of looked different was it was not during the daytime, it was only during the nighttime, which I kind of thought was nice because my parents personally in the past worked till like 5:30, you know, so that kind of allowed them to get to see it when they normally wouldn't be able to unless they take off for work or something. And I know a lot of other parents are in that same situation. So then that was very, very nice. We also were not allowed to throw out candy due to contact once again. And I know you can do, like you could have your school mascot in that candidate parade, or like a specific captain of a sports team. Alright, so last thing I have to do is talk about Spirit. It is Halloween time right now, so that's why I have all my Halloween stuff on. Sorry if that confuses you, because I know we'll be watching these in like November. Spirit wasn't really affected this year because it has nothing to do with COVID. You could be at your house and still dress up for Spirit, so we still made Spirit Days, as we encourage everybody to do, because it really involves the whole school, and it was cool because we had really good ones this year. I will add things we were not allowed to do this year. We ended up not being able to do our dance because it would have just been really weird with the guidelines and regulations that we were told to follow. We also did not have our powder puff game, which is our like girl football game. But the thing about these, which is kind of exciting in my opinion, we decided instead of the homecoming dance, we would do our best to try to have like a winter ball. And our homecoming was semi-formal, so then that will be like, you know, our dresses and everything, semi-formal. And then our powder puff we're going to try to also have in the winter, which I thought would be pretty cool because it's not going to be 1,000 degrees. Alright, and then lastly, thank you for watching my workshop. I hope that you guys were able to get something from it. Please follow our St. Clair High School Student Council at SCHS1C, and feel free to follow my personal Instagram at Elexis, ELEXIS 55. Thanks.